Talking about the forecast now, that
my
fog
goodness.
has been sticking around. It's still out there tonight, too.
Oh yeah, it's been so foggy. You want to drive really slow. It's almost hard to see your friend standing across the parking lot in the back of Fox Carolina.
I was actually
you over
thinking
there?
that going to
Can't
dinner
see.
tonight, when I was backing out, I just was like extra careful because it was just hard to see if anyone was walking behind you. It's that thick out there, and you know sometimes our tower cam will exaggerate it a little bit because it's up high. But we can all vouch. We've been out in the last hour or two. It's pretty rough. So
Will it stick around in the morning?
yeah, it's still going to be around, but as the heavy rain begins to move in, that's going to help to kind of scatter it out. So that will be one good thing about the heavy rain coming in, but at least expect a couple hours in the morning to have some of that reduced visibility. So looks like folks are taking it fairly slow and giving a little room on the interstate there. Let's get a look at your dense fog advisory. That goes until midnight tonight, but may be extended just because some of the latest data is showing that fog holding tough into the early morning hours. This is primarily for the upstate mountains. You're up and out of that fog. This is low-level moisture, but once you get in the mountains, you get out of it. We do have some light rain, though, up in western North Carolina, and more rain is on the way. You can see stretching all the way down into Alabama. This front's going to be working its way in, and we'll end up with some of the heavy downpours like what they're seeing in northern Georgia into the morning commute. And that's going to end up bringing us 2 to 4 inches of rainfall in our western upstate areas at mountains, 1 to 3 farther to the east like Greenville, Spartanburg, and Greenwood, Gaffney. Now these are grand totals. This would be between Thursday as well as Saturday. I think we're going to get an inch or two with both events, and starting tomorrow will be our first. So let's go through the next 24 hours. As tonight, rain will build in, foggy conditions remain, temperatures in the 50s, and look at this in the morning. As this heavy rain pushes through, again, that's going to help to disperse the fog a bit, but then you'll trade one problem for another. You're going to have the rain coming down, trying to get your kids to school, get yourself to work. So this is 7 a.m. We move forward toward late morning. This is 11 a.m. Some of the heaviest rain coming down. So be very careful hitting the roadways. There's likely going to be some ponding of water out there. It has been fairly dry leading up to this heavy rain event. We've had a few days so that the soil should take this in pretty well, at least initially. And the good news is the widespread heavy rain begins to kind of chill out toward the afternoon and evening. The main system still kind of nearby, but some of the energy shifting off toward the north and east. So notice that we could see conditions really calm down overnight. Still could get a few showers in the morning, but overall Friday looks to bring a lull. And this is what we were talking about earlier. There still could be a shower or two, but overall just partly to mostly cloudy skies and an isolated shower, but nothing like what we get Thursday or Saturday. Here's Saturday for you. A brand new update. In fact, here's Saturday morning. Looks mostly dry, just cloudy. We're going to have rain out to the west. It'll take a little bit of time to get here, but it does look like after about 2 p.m. we'll have a decent chance for some rains. There's 4 p.m., some steady downpours, and certainly some rumbles of thunder possible. Can't even rule out a strong storm or two, but that looks like the better energy for that's going to be farther south of us. And then all of this begins to shift out by Sunday. Sunday morning, maybe a lingering shower, but by the time we get toward maybe a brunch or maybe heading to church around 10 to 11 o'clock, most of the rain begins moving eastward. So should be a much nicer Sunday. I do expect much of the day to be dry, but we've got 2 big rain days ahead. First alert for Thursday as well as Saturday. And we issue first alert weather days because we want you to know what those bigger impact days will be. And that's what we're looking at for Thursday and Saturday. The mountain forecast, we've got that rain that'll be coming down, but should start to calm by the time we get into Sunday, and then some nice sunny, cool weather into next week. And of course, to keep up with the forecast, make sure you have our app on your phone. If you don't, scan the code, get the app for free, and this way we can serve you better. Our entire team can send you updates throughout the day, letting you know where the heavy rain is located, how the fog is in your area, all the things that you need to know to keep you and your family safe.